Hi, everybody. Okay, so listen, I don't know what's going on. I'm having Wi Fi problems. I think they're doing something to it down the street. So if I cut off in the middle of a sentence, it's because I had Wi Fi problems, and that'll be it. I won't come back because I don't know. They're going to be doing this all day. It's been going on for like 3 days now. So I don't know what's going on. We got a lot to talk about today. I'm going to talk about Porsha returning to Atlanta. I'm going to talk about them opening up another franchise of housewives. We're going to talk about Tamar and Kandi arguing online again. We're going to talk about China and Tokyo. We're going to talk about Rocky and Latasha. And then I'm not going to show anything, any video or anything, but just what's going on in our country, guys. If you guys are calling from overseas, we had another school trauma. I'm trying to be really careful with my words. Uh, it was a private school, grades, I believe, 1 through 6. You had 3 children that were unalived by a trigger man. I'm talking in code. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. So we had 3 children that are unalive, 3 adults that are unalive. The perpetrator, that's a good word, was a 28-year-old woman. Now, if you're from the United States, you know what I'm talking about. You guys can update them in the chat what I'm talking about. It's just so heartbreaking that we keep having people going in schools and unaliving people. Matter of fact, it's just frustrating. I think I sat there in front of the TV this morning crying. They have to do something about this. Don't forget, it's been going on since I was a little girl. I was in one at my school. It's just, I understand some people like having GUNs, but if it gets in the wrong hands, that person can cause a lot of damage. And I think I'm more sad than angry. Just because I'm a mother, oh, jeez. I'm a mother and I don't know what I would do. And my heart goes out to the families, and it's just a lot. Happy Monday, Sharrell. Your hair looks absolutely beautiful. Oh, thank you. That's really sweet. I don't feel beautiful today. I feel sad today. I feel really sad, and I don't know. Don't forget how emotional I am. And when I hear about children being unalived, it just angers me. So that's all. I had to say something about it because I've been watching it all morning, and it's real funny if I make a whole video about it. YouTube freaks out. So let's move on. We keep the families in our prayers of the ones that lost loved ones today. Really sad. Did you guys ever see my video about me being in a school situation where GUN was involved? A person did the whole school and unalived 13 people. It was one of the scariest days. But anyway, so also I want to mention in passing that they're going to open up another housewife franchise. What? The ones that you have now are not doing too well. Andy Cohen, you want another one? The Real Housewives of New Orleans? Now I have to get my New Orleans accent, baby. I was reading some of you guys' comments, and you thought my accent was a joke when I was talking about Rocky's mistress in her deep New Orleans accent. It's different than a Southern accent. So Southern, if you're from Alabama or something like that, I got that down pat, people. But New Orleans, baby, I can't. I don't know. It's different. It's a weird accent that they have, and I can't do it. I understand. It's sad. It's sad. Let's pray for the families. Thank you, Ayana. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I can't speak any more on it because it's really sad for me to speak about it. And two, then you have people that, enjoy having GUNs. Okay, I get it. You like your GUNs, but y'all got to do something about it because when it gets in the wrong hands, it's just destructive. So, I used to live in Virginia. I still live in Virginia. I have a house in the country. And I lived that country life where they go hunting a lot and they just like their GUNs. I don't know, they just do. Like I've seen my neighbor one time, like hunting in my backyard, and it freaked me out. Like I didn't know anything about the country life when I moved there. It freaked me out. He was just pop out at deer. It made me nervous. Like, okay, they think it's a sport. I can't take it. I cannot take GUNs. I can't. Anyway, thank you, Ayana. I appreciate the super chat. So I mentioned they're having a new housewife franchise, the new Real Housewives of New Orleans. Just wanted to let you guys know they're looking for current housewives right now. I have not liked the new housewife franchise. I don't like Salt Lake City. I don't like it. I'm sorry. I don't like Orange County. I just don't like them. I only like Potomac and Beverly Hills and maybe Atlanta. Now let's talk about Atlanta. Okay, so Porsha went on, and I'm not going to show any pictures this time. None. Porsha went on Watch What Happens Live, and an audience member allegedly asked her, would she ever consider returning? You notice that the audience members always ask the questions that Andy Cohen wants to know. Just, Andy, stop saying what the audience wants to know. It's what you want to know, okay? Would she ever consider returning? And she said, yeah. So the rumor is that it's practically a done deal. The dilemma is she wants to be paid like a Kandi Burruss. Does Porsha Williams deserve to be paid high like Kandi? I say yes. I say yes. And I say yes because she is the definition of a housewife now. Remember I said I'm going to stop shading Porsha because she's a true blue housewife, what the original concept of the show was supposed to be. She's got a rich man, really rich, not fake rich. Do you guys remember there was rumors going around that Simon was broke in the beginning? Not true at all. She's really rich. She really is popular in the social scene in Atlanta. I'm tired of housewives coming on. Broke is a joke. Hey, Sharrell, being from New Orleans, I think my accent is cute. It is cute. It's just not copy. I can't copy it. Let me see. Let me see if I can do it one more time. I know they always say baby. I can't. You got to teach it to me. You got to teach it to me. It's different. It's not a regular Southern accent. Got that down pat. But New Orleans, I just can't do it. I just can't. You got to teach it to me. I know they say baby. Baby. I love it. Anyway, thank you so much for the super chat. What was I talking about? Oh, I think they should pay Porsha her money. They didn't want to pay. They said that they didn't have the money in the budget for Phaedra. But they moved her on to what's she gonna be on? Married to Medicine, which is gonna be good. Don't lose Porsha. I'm not being mean to anybody, okay? I'm telling my feelings, and then when you guys come up, you can tell your feelings. But I'm over the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So they already taped the upcoming season that we're getting ready to watch. I wish they could weave Porsha in, go back and shoot some scenes, but it would be on the following season. That's like a whole year that we have to watch the boring ass Real Housewives of Atlanta. Don't forget, they had one season of Southern Charm New Orleans. They did. Porsha deserving Kandi money. She does. Is suspect. She is suspect. Just saying. I love you, Bonji. I actually missed you, Bonji. You have to come on and tell us about your vacation. Oh, you guys are generous today. She needs to be paid more than Kandi. Oh, well, I don't think they're going to give her more than Kandi. Kandi wants to be the first of everything. Kandi would lose her mind if they paid Porsha more money. She's going to say, I've been there longer, straight seasons. I didn't take a break. And she's right. I don't think they're going to give. You guys are so nice today. Emmanuel, if Miss Boring Kandi can. Oh my God. if Miss Boring Kandi can get 2 million, then Porsha also. I don't think I don't think they're going to give her more than Kandi, but they have to give her just as much. And Kandi will be like, "Well, who's the headliner? Me or Porsha?" No, I'm just kidding. Kandi wants to be the headliner. That's why she messed up the relationship with SWB. I'm going to bring that up in a minute, and we'll talk about the show. But I think uh, Porsha is definitely deserving of a raise. She is. So Andy Cohen, don't lose her to Married to Medicine, okay? Pay the woman what she wants to be paid, not more than Kandi, but because Kandi has been on 13 seasons consecutive, and that's very hard because when you're filming, it's tiring, and some people feel like I need a break. So, and plus, I don't hate Kandi anymore. What time is it? I don't hate Kandi anymore. It's rolling into my next story. I don't hate Kandi anymore, and I don't hate Kandi. I never hated Kandi, but I thought she was boring. I'm starting to appreciate her because of my disdain for Tamar. Okay, I gave Tamar all kind of compliments. I said that she was better than before, and she went to therapy and changed her life around. And she had the new little thug lawyer that she was going to marry, and I was happy for them. Okay, I was happy, but I tread lightly because you've got 5 kids and 4 baby mamas. That doesn't sound good to me. You got your GED in jail. Did you get your law degree in jail too? I mean, I'm just leery of the new guy, okay? But I was still willing to roll with it. But she just kept showing more signs of the old Tamar. Okay, I'm not trying to disrespect her. I'm trying to say things in a respectful way because I don't want to piss anybody off. But Kandi came forward on her YouTube channel and was saying that basically Kandi's a lie. Tamar's a liar. She said that she explained what happened that night. We're talking about the night of the alleged incident, put it that way. She said Kandi, she said that Tamar had already unfollowed her. So there was already beef there. So Tamar acting like, I just walked up on Kandi and I said hi, and Kandi just went off of me. According to Kandi, that's a damn lie. Okay. She said, not only she wasn't upset about the comment she made on Dish Nation because she understands you're on the show, they ask you a question, you answer it the way. She said, but she was upset because she put a picture of the person she was talking about in her story, her Instagram stories, basically siding with the unknown person. She didn't mention his name. We all know it's Carlos King. Okay. She was kissing Carlos King's badonki. Okay. She wants to get in good with Carlos King and to hell with Kandi. That's what basically she said. She said, when Tamar approached her, yeah, she was pretty shitty to her, but Tamar knew why. And then she said, when her husband Todd said, you know what it is, she said that Todd was not talking to Tamar, she was talking to Kandi, herself. Now I don't believe that part, Kandi, but okay, because I believe the rest of it. I'm going to go with your story because I believe the rest of it. Where is it? Oh my God. Oh, let me redo it again. I totally don't believe that Todd was talking to Kandi. He was talking to Tamar, but I'm Team Kandi on this one. Let me go ahead and play it. It's kind of long. It's kind of long. So, but we need to see it in its entirety so we can talk about it. So here it is.
And yes, we had words. When I first saw her, no, I was not having any intention on having beef with Tamar. Okay, that was not my intent. My plan was to just say hey and keep it pushing. She what she did not say to you guys was she had already unfollowed me on social media. She did. I know she has you guys thinking that I was upset about the Dish Nation interview. That was not what my issue was. My issue was that after the Dish Nation interview, she actually went in her story and reposted the person that I was having a problem with or whatever, or past problems with. She reposted them and put like, "You ain't gotta steal from nobody," or some type of comment on her story, as if what I was saying was a lie, which is what I had a problem with. It was like, the person that I'm having an issue with, he's not even talking about this. So why are you involving yourself in our business? And why are you doubling down on it in your story if it's just about, you being interviewed on Dish Nation? So to be clear, it had nothing to do with Dish Nation. I know all those blogs, and I mean, all those interviewers going to ask us uncomfortable questions. And I get it. You know what I mean? That was not my problem. When I saw her, my intent was just to say hello, keep it pushing. I said hello. She wanted to know why I didn't give her extra. And at that point, that's when the conversation happened. Y'all clearly see that I have no problem of saying my side to any story. So that's why she and I started having the conversation in a hallway with a whole bunch of people. It was clearly two women trying to talk out an issue that they were having. And nobody was interrupting. People were walking by. It was like 30 people that walked by of this conversation. Some parts of the conversation was very aggressive as far as the way we were talking to each other. Some parts were, calm, because we were trying to really work out whatever the issue was. Anyway, at some point in the conversation towards the end, she kept trying to say about the Dish Nation interview, and I was explaining to her that it wasn't about the Dish Nation interview, it was about the other things. And I don't know, it was because there was a lot of people in the, it was an audience or whatever. We both was, going back and forth, but I basically was saying to her, it would have been no different of me speaking on her argument with WeTV when she was having that big drama with WeTV. And if I would have reposted WeTV and said that, basically dissed what she was saying or made it seem like what she said was not important. You know what I mean? And I was explaining to her, and then all of a sudden she, oh, I ain't on the housewives. I can't be, like all of a sudden now you want to talk about, you don't do all this back and forth because I made a valid point, right? And then, at that point when she started doing all that, I started flipping. Okay.
I just can't talk right now.
And my husband, just as you've seen him do on many times on TV shows when I have arguments with people and start acting a little bit much.
Okay, take some time. Because when I get like this, I don't think rationally.
Take some time. And he was like, Kandi, stop. You already know what it is. Like, stop. That's what he was saying to me. He was not saying it to her. But I will.
Now I have to stop it here, because that's the only part I don't believe. Kandi, you know damn well Todd was not talking to you. He threatened Tamar. I mean, it is what it is. It's not a good look when you look back. But come on, Kandi. I don't see him telling you, you know what time it is. That doesn't make sense. And why was he staring at Tamar when he said it? That's what she said. I mean, come on, Kandi. But the rest I agree with. I'm going to expect more out of my friends than I'm going to do associates or just fans. Okay. If you throw me under the bus and pick a side and she went Carlos King all day long, I'm going to confront you on it. Kandi isn't a great singer. Y'all are messy, but she doesn't lie. I mean, she lied about the part that Todd was talking to. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. And he's going to come on in a few minutes and explain his half. I'm going to treat you different. I'm going to feel some type of way. I believe that Tamar unfollowed her first. I think Tamar, under any circumstances, did not want to fall out with what's his name, Carlos King or Andy Cohen. And so that's the decision that she made. Should Kandi had been so mad? Probably not, because that's what people do to other people. There's no such thing as a true friend. But she confronted her about it, and I probably would have did the same thing because she thought different of Tamar because they had made up. Okay, and then I turn around and you're me in the back. Now let's hear Todd's side. Child, let's listen.
Allow my husband Todd to come in, say his side.
So I'm walking towards the side of the stage. I see homie, but the crazy thing is I've seen this dude out in Atlanta. Like I go to this spot called Tribeca, Whiskey Mistress. So when I see him as a familiar face. I didn't know it was her dude, so I'll dap him up. And then he's like, yo, I'm with Tamar now. I'm like, okay, cool. He was like, yo, she told me that something happened. I'm just trying to figure out what happened. So for me, his tone and his energy is mad calm and cool. It's on some grown up. We talking like two grown men, so I'm not thinking this is a big deal thing. So, because after I see all of this stuff, I threatened her, I tried to fight her. Now, homie would have been coming a little differently if
You didn't see nothing. What are you talking about?
No, I'm just saying what we've seen that she's saying now.
Oh, what she's saying?
That, you know, that I tried to threaten her, I tried to fight her. Homie's energy would have been much different. So, homie wasn't coming with no type of negative energy. So, we basically gave each other the same energy. He gave me calm and cool, I gave him calm and cool. So, I explained to him what happened. You know, the same story you heard. I told my wife, yo, come on, man, let's go. You know what it is, da, da, da. Homie ain't have no problem with it. And then I went on to say, yo, I've always been cool with Tamar. I've never had a problem with her. I explained to him what happened, da, da, da. Yo, you know, they were getting in this heated argument. It started escalating. I told my wife, yo, let's go. You know what it is, man, let's go. Leave this shit alone.
Now, I believe partially of what Todd is saying. I think that guy was not playing with him. The new guy, his last name is Robinson. I can't think of his name. Tamar's new fiance was serious. I think that Todd tried to play it off like it was no big deal once he came. So I believe half of that story. I think that the fiance had a little more oomph, a little more upset, and Todd quieted it down. Now, and then I do believe he said, I never had a problem with Tamar because, you know, the fight is over with. You're not trying to protect your wife, whatever. Okay, so I played it because I played Tamar's in its entirety, and now I played Kandi's. It should have stopped there. Both people told their side of the story, but it did not. Let's go on to this Twitter war that they had going. And I don't like Twitter wars because the longer they are, the more reading it is. I can't stand it. Okay. So someone said, y'all know if a dude came up and said, you know what it is, you and his girl are arguing, you would think the same way Tamar did. I get that. Hell, even Kandi thought Peter was wrong. Peter. Yeah, she did. And I didn't read this before. It was just handed to me and told me it was. And all he did was say they were acting strange. So let's keep it a buck now. See, I don't understand these new words. You young people call it a buck. I don't know what that means. But here comes Kandi. Todd didn't walk up on her, though. You're making up narratives. He was pulling me away. Kandi should have never responded to a random Twitter person. You don't have to explain yourself. You said what you said, remember? And then that's it. You should have left it alone. Because people, the audience members, the chats, they make situations more complicated. But then here comes Tamar. At some point, you need to get help for the lies you tell. See, this is real disrespectful. It really makes no sense at this point. Just own it, apologize, and move on. Y'all sat there and made a whole skit up. It happened. You can't change it. Y'all are bullies, and you just tried to bully, that's what she means, or bulky, someone that don't care. I felt that was unnecessary, Tamar. It was between Kandi and some random. You should have left it at that. There was no need to join in. You guys both told your side of the story. But then here comes Kandi. Now she's heated. So I'm going to read it like she probably said it. Todd didn't walk up on her, though, making up narratives. He was pulling me away. It goes on, people. Then another random joins in. See, you should never fight with randoms. Here comes a random. Let the people know about your voice, Kandi. And then here comes Tamar. Girl, your voice is distinctively ugly. Now speak on that and wrap it up. I can't. I cannot, people. Hold on, I got a super chat here. This isn't the first time Tamar and Kandi had beef. It's not. I'm thinking that even after the two of them on Big Brother, made up on Big Brother, and so-called squashed their differences, was only for TV. Maybe Kandi wears the pants. I don't know, but I don't like them going at it on social media and one telling the other one that they can't sing. Okay, this is getting ugly. This needs to stop here. Okay, please stop. Y'all both can sing. Y'all made it official. Y'all through with each other. Move on. Move on. Okay, Tamar gets under my skin. Okay, because that's something old Tamar would have did. Because remember, you said you take the high road now. That's not taking the high road. Y'all stop this beefing. Tamar, you were never a friend to Kandi. I'm team Kandi on this one. Listen, Kandi, everyone can't be your friend. It's a done deal. You two better not make up anymore. Okay, because I feel how you feel. That's why I empathize with Kandi now. Like, you think people are your friends. Next thing you know, you wake up, they're doing a video about your ass. That's just how the business is. No loss. No one's lost. It's the way it's supposed to be. Like, these two are not meant to be friends. And so now you guys got to live that separate life because they share the same friends. And if there's a party, Kandi, don't go if Tamar going to be there, or tell them don't organize it where you guys are in the same room together. You guys need to remain enemies for the rest of your life. Is that bad? I'm not talking about healing things right now. Some things ain't meant to be healing, and everybody aren't meant to be friends. And you guys just don't see eye to eye. And by the way, Kandi, she don't want to be your friend. She made her choice, and that was Carlos King. Now let's see if it'll get her on the own network. Okay, because Carlos is nobody's friend, Tamar, either. He will dog you the same way he dogged Kandi. I'm just saying. Okay. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the next thing. I'm not gonna play the video. This is making big news today. Is Rocky going around saying that he called in the Tasha K show. You guys remember when he did that and tried to stop her from airing the interview with Unique? But now he made himself look extra stupid. Okay. When I said this man reminds me of R. Kelly, people got in their feelings. I'm not talking about doing things with children. I'm talking about manipulation. Okay. He learned it from his boss. He's a manipulator. Anyway, he took his little dumb ass on Tasha's show and said that Latasha's, he said that this is what happened with the money. Hold on, let me read this super chat. I believe Tamar because they're trying very hard to connive, to convince us to believe their side. Sheila, when I drop that link, we got to battle it out today. We got to battle it out. I don't look at it that way. When I'm giving my point of view, I do acknowledge I'm not always right. I hope the internet does not cut out. Let me get to these stories right away because I'm freezing. So now he's saying what really happened was that he didn't steal the money. Tasha didn't steal the money. It was the royalty companies. And they accidentally mixed up the two sisters and they mailed them each other's checks. So if I'm Latasha, they emailed me Tamika's check. And if you're Tamika, they sent her Tasha's check. I don't want to play this. I don't want to play it. Should I play it? That makes no sense, Rocky. None whatsoever. Okay? Because if they mailed Tamika Latasha's check, then Tamika will still have money. Okay? She would still have money. It would just be in her sister's name, and she would have to go tell her sister, cash this check because it's the wrong one. That makes no sense. Just think about what he's saying. He is such a manipulator, okay? And what manipulators do, they'll tell you a story, but if they speak really fast and you don't have time to think about it, if you're dumb enough, you might believe it. Like, he's probably doing this to Latasha every day. Where are you going? He's on his way to Monique's to Unique's house, okay? And he'll make something up. Oh, see, I got a flat tire, and the guy told me come back at 12, and then I went at 12 and went there, so now I got to leave at 3 a.m. That's what manipulators do. They talk real fast, and they always say, see, what happened was manipulators, okay? He's a manipulator. That story don't make any sense. If anything, I'm hoping that the royalty company gets wind of what he's saying, and they come forward and dispute it. Like, come hard with receipts like, I don't know why you're lying, Mr. Bivens, but right here, we gave your wife the right check and you changed this address, and all those receipts that tiny mom has needs to come forward, okay? No one's falling for your double talking BS except for Tasha, Latasha, okay? Your wife. The rest of us, and not even your mistress, is falling for your game anymore, okay? Boy, shut up. And I'm not gonna talk about the mistress again because listen, I speak my mind. People get upset about that, but I don't like that mistress. You tried to play him and you got played. You wanted a rap career, girl. Stop. Okay, what else do I have to talk about? Oh, I wonder if I should go here with this one. What time is it? Yeah, might as well. I don't want to talk about this, but I got to talk about it. Hi, Ayana. We need to reach out to the royalty company. We should. That's a really good idea. We should. I need to put Perry on it ASAP. You guys know he'll do it. He will do it. We should do it. Thank you, Ayana. That's a really, really good idea. Is Perry in the chat today? I don't think so. He might be gone. Okay. Let me write this down. I'm not joking. See if they can speak on it. That's a good idea. All right, let's move on to Blac Chyna and her mom, Tokyo Tony. I'm not going to show any video because I don't need this woman on my ass. Okay. We all know that Chyna's going through some kind of transformation. She was born again. She became a born again Christian. She took all the silicone out her face, which she didn't even need. Isn't she pretty? Like, girl, why did you need all that? I heard that she did a lot. So she has dimples. And I heard that if you put like earrings in it for a couple months, it'll give you dimples. This is what I heard. Ayana says, Perry will definitely get the details. Perry will get the details. Really. He's the perfect person for the job. So hopefully we'll get on that. I will. I plan on getting on it. Anyway, so she had all this stuff done. She took the silicone injections out her butt. She removed her demonic tattoo. She's really trying to change her life around. And I'm not going to criticize her. Anybody who, if you feel that you weren't living right, she gave up her OnlyFans, and I believe she showed a receipt. She made $2 million off of OnlyFans. Should I get an OnlyFans page? No, I'm kidding. That's not for me. But they're making big money over there on OnlyFans. $2 million? And oh, you guys are really generous today. Porsha said on Watch What Happens Live that her and Kenya are good now and friends now. Yeah, she said that. I like Kenya. I like Porsha. Well, let me finish this and then I'll talk about that. So I'm team Chyna. Angela. She wants to be called Angela now. She wants to be called Angela. I believe her name's Angela White, something like that. She's definitely going through something. But the rumor is that she's still not speaking to her mother. Okay. And we know every time Tokyo gets a chance, she says mean things about her daughter, worse than the fans, worse than Chyna haters. She's always dragging her daughter. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Me personally, I think the mom is jealous of the daughter. That's just my personal opinion. You guys don't have to agree. I mean, even if I wasn't getting along with my mother, you wouldn't know. I wouldn't make it a public thing. She goes on her social media and does interviews and just drags the hell out of Chyna. She said, girl, why the reason you're removing your silicone from your butt, it's because it was making you sick and you're trying to act like you're a changed person. She dogs Chyna worse than a stranger would. The royalty individuals shouldn't have corrected SSN. Listen, I don't think they did anything wrong, but we'll talk about that in a minute. I'm going to drop the link. You guys got a lot to say. I just don't like the way that a mother, if my mom, remember I had them people making videos about me, the people I don't, what if my mom joined them? What if my mom starts saying, yeah, Trina ain't shit? She calls me Trina. And like, Your mom is supposed to be the only person in your corner. But Tokyo's been doing crazy stuff, just crazy stuff, lady, bashing everybody. I don't want to talk about this. I'm going to say it really quickly and move on because I'm over Jaguar Wright. But she went on Jaguar Wright on an interview on somebody's channel. Can't remember what channel it was. Perry will talk about it later. And just dragged her for filth without telling her. You can't be done with somebody without telling them. I'm not understanding Tokyo Tony. I'm not understanding her these days. She does the weirdest stuff. She drives she brings in an honest pay. I don't knock anybody that works. People were clowning her because she delivers food. I don't know the name of it, but they deliver your food. No, they did that to Katie Roast too. Like, if you were on TV before and you're not anymore, and you need to go get a regular job, then you got to do what you got to do. I don't understand people that make fun of that. But it's the driving around for hours and then, what? Listen, if anybody in the chat can explain Tokyo's personality to me, please, because I don't turn on Friends publicly, even though I understood what she was saying about Jag. You should have had a conversation with Jag. You don't just come on and just start, what if my friend did me like that? Then you wouldn't be my friend. Like, if you had a problem with me and something was wrong, you pull me to the side and you say, look, I'm not understanding the moves you're making. You need to get rid of Legina behind closed doors. You just don't ambush somebody like that. I just don't like it. And the way you drag your daughter, it's very uncomfortable. Girl, stop. Okay? Charmaine may have maybe on to something. Angela's mother is toxic. Protect your peace. She's very, very toxic. Very toxic. So we wish you the best of luck, Chyna. I hope you become the person that you want. And if you feel that it's time for you to make a change, it's a natural progression in life. Who I was at, I don't know, how old are you? 23? I'm not at 52. Like, that's how life is. You change. Thank you, Ashley, for the super chat. You guys are being extremely generous today. Thank you so much. So it's a natural progression in life. People change, you evolve, and Chyna's evolved. Doesn't mean she won't relapse, but right now, I think she's doing a good thing. And I support her in her changes. And I even appreciate that she won't talk bad about her mom in public, but she knows the real in real time. They're not talking. Hey, Banju.
Hey, Sharrell, how are you?
What up?
Hey, Sebastian.
Hey,
Hey,
Sharrell.
Denzel. Oh, Sheila came. Hey, Sheila.
Hello.
How you doing, Sharrell?
Good. Let me
And
read
everybody.
really quickly before we get started. Now you have to say Beetlejuice 3 times because you said her name. Oh, we must ward off evil. I know what you're talking about, Shmovie. I had to say it because it goes with the story. She's acting erratic. Tokyo was honest to the public. She kept it real. Chyna was not honest to the public about her removal or the surgery. I appreciate Tokyo's honesty, but that's not your place. You be honest about your business, not about my business. Okay? I just can't. Let's see. Got one more here. Is it Kandi?
It's Kendall.
Oh, okay. I can't see Kendall. I can't see. Okay, let's start off with you, Bonji. Sound off. I threw a lot at you guys. What should we talk about first?
Okay, so this supposed beef between Kandi and Tamar is getting so old, especially for grown women to be doing this now. This is the second week.
I know.
It just doesn't make sense or bode well for especially Tamar's brand, because she is not only on a show that is new, but also has been someone who has been saying that she has changed because of therapy.
Mhm.
But it seems like the last 2 weeks, to be honest with you, she seems to have undone a lot of that with this back and forth and hitting below the belt.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
agree. I agree. Don, sound off.
I believe every word Tamar said. And the reason I believe it is because Kandi confirmed everything on her speak on it today.
Okay. So
Everything that Tamar said, Kandi said it happened.
she's not saying she's a liar. She's saying why it happened. And if that's your friend, you don't throw me under the bus like that so publicly for Carlos King. I mean, if you
Well,
Don, you better call me if you have a change of heart and we're not friends no more.
well, just like you said, the phone works both ways. If Kandi did not like what Tamar posted, then she should have called her since they were
Don,
friends.
are you serious?
Yep, absolutely. You
No,
Kandi
no.
is not gonna play victim with this, especially what she said about Todd. Todd sat up there on that speak on it and was looking down the entire time he was talking. He was lying. He was
Okay.
stretching the truth. He was not being 100% today. And he know it happened just like Tamar said it happened because Kandi said it happened that way. We all know Tamar is dramatic. We all know Tamar has antics. However, when Kandi confirmed that Todd did say that today, she just tried to protect. Todd wanted to protect his paycheck, his weekly allowance and paycheck.
Okay, you're being real messy right now, Don. You saw an allowance.
Yeah, he needed to protect his allowance. That's why he got up there and act like a little punk on that speak on it today. I didn't say nothing like that. Her man was real cool with me. No.
Now, I agree with you on that part. I think he was talking to Tamar, but you don't understand the damage that it does when someone turns on you publicly. Everybody has an opinion. Everyone gets in your business. It makes it worse. I feel like Tamar posting that thing in her story about Carlos King and then agreeing with Carlos King. If you're my friend, you're out of line. That's how I believe.
100.
Who said that?
100.
Thank
Me,
you.
Bongi.
Thank you. Thank you.
I
That's how I
agree.
feel. Sound off, Sebastian.
Y'all are not gonna like me, but it's okay. I am supporting Tamar
Come
Braxton
on, Sebastian.
100%. One thing is, we all know Kandi and Todd move like they're the mob. We all know this.
Exactly.
Hard
Mhm.
mob.
Her
Why?
husband's a mob.
No, they move like them though. We can't act as if what the streets of Atlanta be saying about them and their dungeon stuff are false either. Those rumors. No, I'm sorry.
You need to stop.
I'm with Tamar Esteem Braxton 100% on this situation. Kandi has been known to portray some persona in front of the general public, but behind closed doors, people say how Kandi is very gutter snipe. I'm sorry, no, I'm with
But you're
Tamar
believing
Esteem
a
Braxton.
rumor.
I'm
You're believing.
supporting Tamar Braxton
You're believing a
100%.
rumor. Prove to me that Candy is dirty sniper behind the scenes. What? What?
Did
What?
we not see a man go to Phaedra saying that she didn't pay him?
Oh, you are messy.
Did we not see
Oh my
this?
God, Sebastian, are you serious right now? How many years ago was that? Oh
Did we
my.
not see on OLG how her staff really disrespect her and she doesn't act like anything on the camera, but behind the scenes she fires them and stuff like that? Do we not see that?
Oh my God, Sebastian,
I'm just
I,
saying the truth. I'm
I,
asking questions. I'm just asking.
no, you're
Can I
being
answer?
messy. You're being messy.
I'm in agreement with you.
You're being messy, Sebastian.
I'm just
You
asking questions.
tell me you can't judge a person on something you have not witnessed with your own eyes. Rumors and gossip spreads Like
I'm
for
not
people like
judging
me?
her. I'm not judging her. I'm just saying she's just trying too hard to clear up her name on this one. If it wasn't
Right.
true, I would have just shut up and suck it up and be quiet. When I see
Oh,
speak my
okay,
ass,
okay. So you want to go there? You want to go there? Your girl Tamar is Queen Messy.
okay, and we all know that's what Tamar's known for. That's why you don't try her. You don't do nothing to Tamar because she will make
Not
sure
like
to
messy as
scratch your
in
name.
nut job. She's nut job. Okay.
Yes, but she's worked on that.
She has not worked on it, and since I'm feeling some type of way, so I'm going to throw out a dig. That marriage is not going to work out.
Absolutely
Sorry,
not.
We
sorry.
don't
Okay,
know
I
that.
agree.
We don't know that. Okay,
and why can't your girl keep a man?
people change.
Oh,
Okay,
Her attitude.
people change. If this is the man
I hear
she
you
wants to be with,
laughing. I hear you laughing.
Can I answer
if this is the
Sebastian,
man,
Sharrell?
Would you say Bonji?
Can I answer Sebastian since he's asking
Please do,
questions?
please.
So, Sebastian, I love you. You know that, right?
I know, Raji. I love you too.
One fact that we know to be true based on how they portray themselves on TV is that Todd and Kandi are freaks. And we cannot deny that. However, however, one thing we know and we cannot dispute is that Tamar will do anything sometimes to be in the headlines, including disrespecting her own family.
Yes.
So
That part.
I know Kandi isn't the best singer, and that's a fact. But I also
Facts.
know that Kandi
Really?
has hasn't lied on as much as the others. And I believe her on this one. And I forgot one thing. And another fact is Tamar sampled SWV's song on her latest song. And it's to her advantage if she's going against Kandi because of the current show. And another factual thing is that Tamar, at the rate that she's going, will not become an MRS. She will be a fiance.
Oh,
But can we just put this out on the table again?
Uh-huh.
Did Tamar bring this back up, or was she asked a question?
Oh wow.
thank you.
Hold
Thank
on,
you.
let
Yeah,
me go
she
around.
was asked a question.
Because
me
I'm
let
reading these
everyone.
comments. People are saying that Tamar kept this going.
She
This was
did.
6 months ago when she posted that. She didn't
All right, all
say
right.
anything since then. She was asked a question and answered the question.
Look, hold on.
Yeah.
So let me go around, and then when the second round, we got to talk about Rocky. Sound off, Denzel.
Child, this is messy. Look, how you doing, Troy and everybody?
Good. How are you?
Hey. Good.
Good, thank you.
Now, this is gonna be my opinion. This is my opinion, and people not agree with my opinion. That's fine. They're gonna probably say boy, bye, whatever. That's they can have their opinion, and I don't have no problem with that. I do believe Kandi and Todd. I do. We can't forget, and I don't understand, but we can't forget that Tamar is always trying to play the victim, and she's not a victim. She tries to bully people. Okay, she even disrespected her own sisters. Remember that?
Can you tell Sebastian?
Yes, she did.
Okay, look, Sebastian. I don't have no problem with your opinion, and that's your opinion. But the thing is, we cannot forget that Tamar, she always trying to play victim. And then even when she was on the real, she was rude on the real too. I mean, let's keep it real. Tamar is not no victim. And I'm not saying Kenny is a victim either. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is Tamar, she's not innocent. She always talk mess. She always she trying to she be bullying people as well.
And don't forget, she got fired.
Okay.
And can we not
She
forget
did.
that Kandi
She
has
did
the
got
candy
fired.
coated hyenas that also bully
Exactly.
people?
The hyenas, the hyenas.
What is the hyenas? What is that, Don?
That's the candy coated clique that they always bully people,
You're
i.e.,
talking, you're talking about Don
Portia.
Juan?
All of them.
Yes,
They're
especially
known to bully
Portia.
people too.
Sharrell. You should know this, Sharrell. You got
You
the
call Don
hyena.
Juan a bully?
Yeah.
They
I
are.
call. Let me shut up. I
Because
almost
Wait,
said
can
that.
I'm
can
teasing.
can I finish though?
Oh, yeah, please do.
Yeah,
Sorry.
but no, I agree with I would agree I agree what he just said. I agree with that. But the thing is, we cannot. What I'm trying to say is that Tamar, she's not innocent. And I'm not saying Kenny is innocent either. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying is that we know Tamar is extra and she trying to act like she's not she acts like she's a victim and she wanna throw rocks and her hands. But this is the thing. I hope they work it out, whatever. If they can't, they can't. But the thing is, life is too short for this BS. It's BS. It's too much. It's too much. And I look, I wish Tamar well. I still like her music. I still like Tamar, but
Mhm.
I hope Tamar grows up. I hope she did grow up because life is too short for it. It's too
Okay.
short.
Sheila?
Well, I agree with Don. I agree with Emmanuel. Let me tell you something about Miss
Sebastian.
Candy.
You mean Sebastian?
Oh,
I'm sorry, Sebastian. I'm sorry.
Emmanuel.
Thank,
Emmanuel's in the chat. Go ahead.
okay, thank you for correcting me. I appreciate that. Anyway,
They sound alike, very soft spoken.
yes,
Yeah.
very. But anyway, it it is a fact that Candy confirmed everything Tamar said. There, Tamar may have been dramatic telling the story, but she confirmed it. One thing you cannot be part of your story is true and some are lies. Todd Todd said what he said to her. And if she was lying, Candy would get her for defamation. Not talking about her man. You know how she is about her man.
You said Tamar would, Candy would sue her.
Yes, Candy was sued. And I mean, and I'm not really a fan of Tamar. I've never liked her antics. I've never liked how she did her sisters. But hey, it's a truth is a truth. And Candy definitely cannot sing. It's like she's going overboard trying to convince people that she can do this, she can do that.
Yeah.
She can't.
Dang, Miss
Candy
Sheila, the shade.
Wants to be on top of everything. Look at how her actions are from day one that she came on to Real um, Atlanta. It has always been a stank attitude. Nobody can be better than her. Nobody can do anything. You get that face. You get her rolling her eyes. She's all of that. It is a fact that she do have paid bullies that do her work.
Let me say this. Let me say this, Sheila. I'm sorry, Kendall. I'll make it quick.
No, you're fine.
People don't understand how cutthroat the entertainment business is. So when you find a woman that could play just as dirty as the men play, how come she doesn't get any respect when the
That-
men do?
I don't have a problem with that.
Exactly.
But don't deny that you do it. Don't deny it that she does it. She's nasty. It's just that simple. She has a stank attitude.
But
She has to be
sometimes
on
you
top.
have to be.
N- Not in general. You don't have to be that way with everybody. But when you're at the table making a business deal, yes. Like they said, Michael Jackson was a shrewd businessman, but you never knew it from his public persona. What you do at that business table, hey, have at it. But
sometimes behind the scene business spills into on camera, and sometimes it just has to go down like that.
her business always spills over on camera with her rolling her eyes and all that other crap. And that, I can't stand her or her mother. So hey,
But you have to respect her as a businesswoman. Can you do that?
nope,
Oh wow, Sheila, I
Oh
can't. Okay,
man.
go
I
ahead, Kendall.
Dang.
I do not.
Some people in business are
Sorry,
very good at
Kendall. Sound
lying.
off.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. Thanks for having me on. My comments are about Black China.
Uh huh.
I I had read some stuff lately, and I watched a recent interview that she did with someone else,
Okay.
and she's been alcohol and drug free for 3 years now.
I
Like it
believe
was
her.
like 3 years and 4 months.
Hmm.
Her nails are gone. She has
Her
normal
nails off.
fingernails. They're not three
Wow.
inches long anymore. And she was talking about she had found the Lord, and then she also wanted to like better herself. She didn't want to continue to be like that sculpted person and lead younger girls, down that path
So
to
let
be
me ask you this,
beautiful in your
Kendall.
own skin. I
In
just
in
really
order
respected that.
in order for her to better herself, does she has to stay away from her mom?
I would say
That's a
that's a
hard
toxic
question.
relationship. And I came from a toxic relationship as a child. So I would say yes.
Yeah. I hate to
For her
say that.
to, well, whenever people are going through, like a 12-step program or, Narcotics Anonymous or anything, any kind of therapy, they
Mhm.
tell you to remove
Stay away.
yourself from the toxic situation. A
Mhm.
drug addict can't go back out and after he's been dried out and go back to the same group of people. Like if they're like passing a big doob or somebody's doing a line or somebody's shooting up, they're
Exactly.
going to want it. And so to protect yourself, I would say yes.
And we don't know if Tokyo's on anything, but she sure does act like it. I don't know for
I
sure, but her behavior is
and
weird.
it's just, and how far reaching is this whole situation? I mean, there's like Tony and then that other person that we shan't name, and then all those other people. Do you see how far it like spiders out?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
it's
yeah.
crazy. So
It is. Yeah.
anyways, thank you for listening to me. And one thing to Sebastian, he'd said Candy was a sniper from the back. Then how
Mm.
come she walked in and said, "So who's headlining and what about the money?" She said it in front of them.
No, I
She
said
didn't
a
snipe
gutter
them from the
snipe. I
back.
said gutter snipe. I never said a sniper from the
He
back. I
said,
said gutter
Oh,
snipe.
I'm sorry. I didn't.
Two
I
different
heard it
things.
wrong. I apologize.
It's
I
okay.
"Oh,
love you guys.
My
I love you
God.
guys. You guys have a good night. I'm gonna go.
thank you, Kendall. We love
Oh
Sebastian.
my God.
He's so
So
funny.
bad. Gutter
Yes,
snipe.
he
Isn't that
is.
the same thing, Sebastian?
Nope. Two different things.
Gonna
Sebastian gonna
snipe.
make me faint.
They are
Sound off, AJ. Oh, Sebastian.
Hi, Sharrell. Good
Hi.
evening.
AJ,
Um,
everyone knows you have a special place in my heart. What do you want to
oh,
sound
you're
off on
special.
today? Do you want to talk about what was the show that came on last night? I can't think of it.
Oh,
Candy show.
R&B
What do you want?
Divas.
yes,
Go ahead.
yes, about Candy Show. Oh my God. First of all, okay, Tamar as well. Tamar Braxton. I agree with, I don't know who said it, but Tamar Braxton, she's definitely got a tick. I don't know what it is, but she has a tick, and we all know it.
Come on.
This,
Come on,
I'm
AJ. A tick.
I mean, who goes and gets engaged in 3 weeks on a reality TV show?
Ooh.
I mean, Tamar would
it was
anything
filmed
for
a year
attention,
ago.
girl. And she said also in an interview the proudest moment was Big Brother and this moment, this reality TV show that she's doing, which is a little sad. I mean, I would have hoped she would have said music or like even that Braxton show was even better. But I don't know. But I just think, yeah, so she needs help. And
Wait,
also
hold on, wait,
Oh
AJ.
my God.
she
AJ,
does. I'm
you're
sorry.
saying she has a tick because she got engaged in 3 weeks?
Yeah, and she has a bit of a tick, and you know, she's so messy, like for no reason as well. She's just unnecessarily messy. She just says things just to be messy because she's all over the place. She's also in all these like ratchet, apps where she's like out here like, mixing it with the street and stuff. So she's out here like Tamar, she's all over the place. I don't know what's going on with Tamar, but also Candy. I mean, I sat and watched her like entire monologue about Tamar and the show and everything, and how she sat down. I was so surprised that Todd is actually shorter than her.
I
Because
can't.
when they sat next to each other on the sofa, she was like leaning over him,
AJ,
and he was like,
AJ,
it's all very scripted. I'm
you
sorry,
just
it's very
say things
scripted.
to get under people's
No,
skin.
no,
No,
Mm-mm-mm.
she
AJ
told
talking
him.
right.
She told him
he
what to
still
say.
telling the
She
truth.
Did
told
she
him
really?
100% what to say. Yes, of
No.
course. Who pays his check? Kandi. Who pays the card?
Oh my
Kandi.
goodness.
AJ.
He better work, so he's listening to her.
Oh my
Whatever she
God.
told him, he's done it. Well done.
Another
Well done to
Katie
you, Todd.
hater. Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Finger wagging,
Lord.
speak one at a time, so the chat can
Oh
hear.
my goodness, man.
AJ, you just drug her for filth. You just-
Oh, I'm sorry. That was not my meaning. But that YouTube channel just does my head in. But I had to listen to it because I want to listen to what she had to say about Tamar, this whole drama, and she went in a little bit on Tamar. Said that. Do you know what she said? She said that the only reason Tamar is relevant is I'm sure you spoke about it, that if she talks about her, which I thought was laughable because Kandi, nobody talks about you. Like they
Oh,
only talks about you like
Lies you
once a year.
tell.
are
The
you
No,
lie
I'm
is
talking.
AJ.
We,
The
we,
lie is
AJ,
no.
lying.
Hold
You
on.
tried
We
it,
only
AJ.
we
Yeah,
only
you really
talk about
tried it.
Kandi. We only talk about Kandi once a year when the reality, when the Housewives is on. I don't,
What?
nobody
No,
talk.
Candy
I,
neck ranking all year long.
now,
I
Alrighty
do.
AJ?
then.
Let me ask you. You
Oh,
didn't have
Candy
anything to
fans is
drink,
here.
right, before you came on the show?
No, I'm sober.
AJ
It's
funny.
late, and he been up all night. It's late over there.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
let me ask you
it is
this,
late.
AJ. Why did Latasha's husband even bother to tell that lie?
Oh, you know what, Latasha's husband, he is just, I can't work him out. There's something about him. He's so suspect. First, I thought something, and then everyone said I was wrong when I said it last week.
Would you say?
Because, well, I thought, because he had that affair with that girl,
Right.
with that whole interview, and I was surprised that it was a girl. I thought it was
Oh
a
my
man. So that whole theory was just debunked.
Oh my God.
So now I'm just thinking, he's abusing this woman. He's abusing her, by the way. I
Oh
think
my
Oh
he's abusing her.
God.
wow!
I think he is. I'm sorry.
Wait,
He
hold
is.
on.
He's
Hold on.
very controlling.
Yeah,
Hold
he
on.
is.
She believes in
AJ,
everything
hold on
he
one second.
says.
One second. You think you
That's not funny, Sharrell.
I do.
you think Rocky is gay?
Yeah, that's what I thought he was.
Oh
And
my
then that
God.
whole storyline came out that he's been cheating on her with
You're
6
just
women
making that up.
allegedly. And
You're
this,
making
no,
that up, AJ.
no, because he lives in Atlanta, and I'm from the UK, and
Well,
I'm from the
I
UK.
mean,
I'm
I've
from the UK,
heard.
so correct me
AJ.
if I'm wrong. There is a lot of DL guys there,
That's true.
and
AJ most definitely bringing
that's
some
what I've heard.
palm trees.
That's what I've
The
heard. I could
shade,
be
the
wrong.
shade.
I don't
Bringing
want
the
to shade
palm trees.
Atlanta,
So wait,
Yeah.
hold
but
on, AJ. So
and plus also,
if he lived in Wyoming, you wouldn't have
and
thought
he
he was.
works out, a lot too, doesn't he? He looks kind of,
Oh,
he
oh,
does. He looks like,
Wait, what men that work out a lot is like download AJ.
well, I don't know.
no,
Come on,
Maybe,
AJ.
AJ.
why
Come
not?
on.
Oh,
Oh,
Stop it.
I mean, it's just a theory.
oh
It's just a
my.
theory. I don't know. That's what I thought. And then that girl did that paid interview with Tasha K, which, you know, I'm not gonna watch that. I
Not
just
funny.
watched clips of it, and I'm just not gonna bother with it because it's just
I watched
nudity,
it.
nudity. And yeah. Apparently, and do you know what she said as well in that clip I saw, that lover? She said that apparently his mum loved him or something. His mum loved her, or so. So
Loved
she
her.
met the family, or
Oh,
allegedly
no,
she
I
met.
didn't. Did she say that in the interview? I forgot if
I'm
she did.
sure. I don't know.
She
Something
met
to do
some
with the
family members and friends. She said
Wow.
right,
close
right,
friends. She
yeah.
even met Ti and seen Tiny and them in there. She said in the studio.
So Tiny knew all along. So
Well,
AJ,
Tiny
Everybody knows.
probably really didn't know
everyone
her,
knows.
but she probably seen her. But they probably used to Rocky cheating on Latasha.
All right, let me move on,
Mm-mm-mm.
AJ. I'll come back
But
to you.
Natasha,
You are pure entertainment. Oh
The
my God.
shade.
Her mess.
Sound off, Sin.
Okay, first of all, we all know Tamar does have a tick up her behind because it all started when she got fired from the Real, and Kandi and Tiny and all of those people went on the Real. She got upset because they went on the Real after she had gotten fired.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, after all that happened, Big Brothers came out and then they made up. Kandi even put her in the dungeon to promote that and to make so she can make some money.
Yep.
Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
all of that was taken care of. So, she realized she want to make herself relevant again. And she goes and attacks and gets with Carlos and talks about, did what she did. So she's always trying to make herself irrelevant. Now, I'm not saying everybody's a saint in this situation, but you think about it. Tamar's always been the type to throw the rock and hide her hands. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm a victim. Oh, I'm a victim.
Yeah.
So a lot of people forgot the fact that she did help Tamar out, and she even brought Tamar on tour with him to open up so that she can make some money, because she said she didn't have no money after she remember I'm saving for a house when she won Big Brothers.
Vince took all
Right.
her money.
That
What?
had
No,
no
no,
Sin is
Vince
right.
didn't give
Allegedly.
her any.
Oh, give her
Vince
any.
didn't give her any. She didn't even own the rights to her songs when she
All
left.
right.
That would
So
explain why she was on Bigo.
No,
That makes sense.
Vince went broke. Do you guys remember? He went
yeah, he
broke.
went broke
Yeah.
trying to take
Yeah.
care of her.
Oh wow. You're
He
saying
was
Oh.
putting her all on private jets, remember? She's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
F this, I go get on
And
my jet.
Lady
Yeah, talking
Gaga
about
cut him off.
always downplaying or belittling her sisters because
Her
she felt like
sisters,
she
yeah.
had more than they did. So, but you
Mm-hmm.
know what? A person with money don't brag about money. So you don't never hear Candy bragging about no money. She just
She
likes to
really
go.
don't.
She likes to go
Oh,
and get her money, and
okay.
with a person like
hold on a second. Hold on. Does somebody have a TV on?
probably mine. Shit. Is that better?
Yeah, that was
Okay.
you.
But she likes to Tamar is just miserable. Tamar knows she in a fake relationship.
Damn.
And
Ooh.
but what y'all didn't see is when she was on Jennifer Hudson's show and she couldn't hit them notes like Jennifer Hudson, and she gave that
Okay,
side
stop,
eye.
stop, stop. San,
Yeah,
there's
but she
nobody
she
on
can
this panel.
sing.
Hold
She
Look,
on,
can
everybody,
Jennifer
sing.
Hudson.
everybody,
Jennifer
hold on,
Hudson
Don't try
hollers.
her.
She doesn't sing.
Oh,
hold on.
please.
There's
True.
nobody on this panel that can't say that Tamar does not know
Yeah.
how to sing. Come
Yeah,
on,
She
let's
can
Tamar
be
can
Absolutely.
sing,
sing.
Yeah,
but
She
she
the
can
thing
can.
is,
sing. She can
she can
sing.
sing,
hold on,
but
everybody. Hold on.
she can
She's
sing,
just
but
like a
she
tone
started all
low
that
version
mess
of
with
Tony.
Candy, but her voice was cracked when she got on there and sung on Jennifer Hudson's show. She got that wink and that side eye because
Hold
she
on
knew
a
she had
minute.
messed up.
No, because I have
But
to say here about Candy and Tamar in terms of like singing, like I would. It's like being in a race, racetrack, and you have like a horse and you have a donkey. It's not
AJ, you
fair to.
wrong.
And I'm sorry,
AJ,
and
I told
Tamar
you,
is the
bringing the
Mm-mm-mm.
horse,
palm
and
trees.
AJ,
she's the
who got the most
donkey.
money? AJ,
There's
who
no
got the most money?
comparison. You
Hold on.
can't compare
Why don't
them.
we
You
do
can't
this?
compare them.
Everybody go on mute unless you're the person talking, because
All
we
right.
Yeah.
hear in the
Okay.
chat.
And
Okay.
my thing is, Tamar has always had a tick up her behind because of the simple fact that all her Atlanta friends went on the Real after she got fired, and she has not been the same with none of them. So she's probably trying to strike one by one. But what she failed to realize, Atlanta is Candace's hometown. So you ain't gonna work nowhere, baby, in Atlanta.
I mean, I must say, I'm Team Candy on this one, but you read the hell out of uh, Tamar.
Tamar.
You went a little bit overboard, just a little bit.
I just don't like her attitude. She's like so used to falling for attention, that young child syndrome, as she said, or well, her sisters them said it, that she got to have all the attention, all the attention. But girl, bye. So I'm gonna drop down so somebody else can come because I don't want to hear what nobody else had to say negative about my girl Candy.
Okay, thank you,
Bye.
Sid.
Bye
Sound off,
bye.
Miss Parker. Sound off. Y'all are a mess.
Hello, everyone. Listen,
Hi.
all I want to say, I mean, not all I want to say, but I'm going to start with this.
it's not that Kandi can't sing. She just have a very unique voice, like Anita Baker, Tony Braxton. So her voice is just very unique. You'll know that voice from anybody else's. And
Like a
then
goat.
another thing, oh please. And another thing I want to talk about is Tamar. Tamar, excuse my language, but Tamar's a damn liar. She know Ty did not try to threaten her or come at her in no kind of way. All them years that man been on that show, he has never threatened nobody. I don't He might have came up and grabbed his wife and said some words, but she just took it way overboard. And then she's talking about Kandi, but like the caller that just dropped said, Kandi actually helped her out, and guess how she repaid Kandi by that? She had Kaya come to the show knowing Kaya is
Oh,
enemies with
you're
Kandi and Tiny.
oh,
You
please.
know,
Uh, uh,
she go ahead, Sharrell.
No, I was gonna ask Sebastian or AJ, did they want to respond? Because I see AJ chewing his bottom lip.
I want to say this.
Oh,
Me
First of all,
too.
yes, Candy
Let,
mm,
does have a uniquely goat voice. It is the true
yeah.
proven fact. We've
Mm,
seen it. I don't know how she won Mass Singer because I never
mm,
liked her character. I never liked her.
mm.
I didn't know it was her. It was just her voice was just so
Sebastian,
bad. And I was just like, how did
You
she
just
Is it
don't
a
win?
like her,
bird? Is it a plane? Yeah.
I
like
didn't know it was Candy till obviously what
Sebastian,
happened.
a goat.
right? See, you didn't know.
Hold on, AJ. Let me read this really quickly.
Mm,
Tamar has a better chance with her husband she met in 3 weeks than Candy has getting rid of that leash. Oh my gosh, she married
Uh-huh.
mm,
and tell her
Uh-huh.
bunny does her part.
Oh,
Oh my
please.
gosh, another Candy
Really?
hater. Yeah,
Really?
that's just crazy. Come
That's
on.
a little bit harsh.
Anyway,
Yeah,
and
that's a bit
Rocky, he lied
much.
too. That was a bit much. And Rocky lied too. He lied in that whole interview. And
Oh God,
Tasha
yeah.
will be real crazy to go sit up there and meet with him some daggone where. I
Miss
just wouldn't
Parker, Miss
trust
Parker,
him.
Well,
why did
she
he lie?
believed him.
I don't understand the reason for the lie that is easily can be checked. Why did he
You
lie?
because he's such a narcissist, Sherelle. He's
Hmm.
gonna lie to the bitter end. You know, he's gonna switch these stories and scenarios 1,000 ways to try to get us to believe
Yeah.
that lie, something that he didn't already got. And he forgets that we're not Tasha. Tasha and her mother may believe all those lies he tells, but there's no way he's going to convince us. You know, we just way too smart. He just sat there and then he gonna say, you see, it's so much. Todd was sucking on a tranny thing. I'm like, are you serious? Like he's going
Ooh,
this
I
far.
believe it. Now it makes sense.
Hey, Sherelle,
Oh,
can
I
I
don't
say this
believe
one thing,
that.
please?
Go ahead, Don.
We I now I'm not a hater of Candy. I believe Candy does have a nice choir voice. However, we know everybody loves to come up here and say Candy is this, Candy is that. She's a millionaire. She has all these followers. Her and Tiny have all these followers.
the
They
4,000
deserve
likes.
equal. They didn't deserve equal pay with SWV headlining. But how come Candy, with all her millions of followers, can't get a million views on Housewives on Sundays?
Hmm.
Ooh.
She can barely get 4,000 likes.
Why
That
why
you know
why are they
that's
struggling? Why are they struggling with
She's
views
struggling.
on
Let
Hmm.
Housewives? Since
let me answer
Candy
that.
is, you know,
It's
all
a
this
that
things.
Yeah, no one's tuning in to watch
But they
Candy.
are but they
She's
are
always
having a 15th season though.
wait a minute, and
of
Sherelle,
Candy.
do you
No, I don't
review
think
on
so.
Housewives? How many people reviewing Atlanta Housewives when it comes on? So it's not like she's not irrelevant. Candy's doing good. Like you gotta give her her shot. I don't care if y'all don't think she can sing or where if she
She's
can. I'm
only
not even
there
going to dispute.
because
I'm not going to
Nene
dispute
Leakes
that.
left.
She's not the best singer in the
Let's face
world,
it.
Right, right.
Not at
but she
all.
can hold a note.
Yeah, she can hold a
Yeah,
note, but
You
she
yeah.
know,
cannot sing better than
you can
Tamar
hold a note.
Braxton. That's
Well, guess
delusional.
what? She
Nobody
may
didn't
can't
say that.
sing better than Tamar Braxton, but
What a
her
compliment. She
songwriting
can hold a
skills,
note.
right, and her songwriting skills and her business skills, Tamar
Right,
can most definitely use some of that. What she need to do is
right.
stop trying to beef with Candy and get up under there and be Candy BFF and learn some of her business moves.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing wrong with the business move, but let's not act like
Well,
Candy has written a hit in the 2020s or the
Right.
2010s.
Well, go look them up because you may not know that. You might
Oh,
be
I know
surprised.
for a fact. I know
She
for a
didn't.
fact.
She didn't make hits for a lot of people. So
I know, but
and then
none of
some of
But
them
her,
it's
hits
not
from the '90s
playing.
is still
you know,
rocking.
Not
yeah,
playing.
they're still
No,
rocking,
yeah,
but she hasn't written anything in a long time that
yeah,
has been a
and it's
classic
not
song. Let's be real.
Can I
exactly,
ask
and it's not even
I'm a
in the
research
radio.
that.
let me go move on because I'm running out of time. Is it Kaomi? Do you pronounce? How do you pronounce your name? Is it
Naomi.
Kaomi? Sound off.
Oh, well, one of the reasons why I was calling is because one of the callers mentioned Tamar only, she responded to a question. And I know a lot of people keep saying that, but she was asked many questions that night and she didn't answer some of them. So the fact that she answered this question just proves that she's all the quote unquote therapy that she's had, she's still messy.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Let me
But
ask.
tell me, why is it that
Maybe
no
it's
one
part
can
of her
speak on
therapy.
anything that
Hold on.
Candy says or does?
It's
I
part of her
don't
therapy.
Exactly.
understand that.
I
That
don't like.
that I don't understand that. How no one can speak on what Candy says or does. I think people are so
Yeah,
blinded by her money, and I
I'm
mean,
not.
I'm not.
I'm not either.
I don't dislike her. I
You
don't
don't even
like
spend it.
her nastiness.
I think it's more so that even though she's quote unquote nasty, to go with the point, if she was a man, it wouldn't be looked at the same. I
Now,
don't
I
think
don't like nasty men either.
I don't think
I
she's
agree with
that.
you,
Yeah,
Kaomi.
I don't
I
think that's
really, really
No,
Let me,
I
I'm going to say
appreciate
this.
Candy's
My
business act.
husband,
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
her business. She's very
my
upfront.
husband, as a director for many years, and everybody would tell you that he was one of the nicest bosses that they could work under because his demeanor, he understood that everybody had issues. Some days you're on, some days you're off. It's your approach to people. Her approach is darn right nasty, and she does use her workers, her people that she pay to do her dirty work.
yeah.
And I just
April
wish
said it.
I wish what she should have done if all of these things were so not true, she should have just shut her mouth and said let her have her moment. Because I'm really not a fan of Tamar either. I do believe that she's just as nasty. I did not like how she treated her sisters. I did not like how she thought she was better than them when she quote was on the top and spending money
I
that she
Yeah.
agree.
no longer has. So
Yeah.
I do recognize that, but I also, in between that, I can see through what actually happened because Candy kept saying the same thing that Tamar
She
said. The only,
confirmed it.
yes,
Well,
she
she said
did.
it.
And
Yeah,
also, we should
listen.
give.
Yes, she
She said,
confirmed it.
I think we should.
Candy
hold
more
on.
so like
Everybody's talking. Hold on.
okay, Candy more so like I'm not an internet fighter. Like when I seen her, I pulled her up. Candy's not disputing that they wasn't arguing. What Candy is disputing is that don't lie and say my husband
But he did
threatened
do
Right.
it.
you.
She said he did it. She
She
said he
said
did it.
what he
No.
said.
She
Candy
said,
said
if my
that.
husband walked up and said, come on, babe, you know what it is, that's not a threat. She said
Let
the
me,
same thing Tamar said. So when
I
Tamar said it, I said, that wasn't a threat. Like, if somebody say, you know what it is, all that is like, you know what it is. That girl is dust. She's lower than us. She beneath you, and she broke.
Mm-hmm.
We
nobody's,
ain't got to argue with her.
But that's how she felt. That's how she felt. Maybe she was wrong. Maybe she was wrong.
I'm going to
But
say
also with
this.
Phaedra and also with Tamar as well. Like we need to stop like helping her because everyone has tried. Iyanla has tried.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got Phaedra. So why
You know what?
just leave her
AJ.
alone? Just let her be.
See, AJ
Mm-hmm.
not being biased. He going from Candy to Tamar. He like any of
Yeah.
them can get it.
Absolutely.
Right. Right.
I
So
mean, let's
I
just
wanted
leave
to
her.
change the subject really quickly because I wanted to ask Don and then you, AJ. On last night's episode, Latasha didn't show up again to rehearsal.
Oh my
What
god.
is her
Yeah.
problem? What's wrong with her?
Let me tell you something. If I didn't show up for football practice in college, I didn't play football on Saturdays. I didn't make the
Exactly.
game.
Right.
So if she can't show up to practice, she can't make. She shouldn't be able to perform. You don't know
Exactly.
what has changed in rehearsal. You don't know what the choreographer has put in or taken out, so you just gonna show up and be a diva. Kandi was absolutely right. If she would have come, they would have been the Pips featuring Gladys,
Right.
because she would have been doing her own thing.
Yeah.
Sharrell, do you know
First,
what they need?
first of all, oh,
So,
sorry.
someone was that?
This is Bongi.
Sorry.
Do you know what they need to
What?
put it back in line? They
What?
need the type of fines that Ike Turner gave to his group. Remember in that movie when
Yeah.
you didn't come to practice, you didn't get paid.
Didn't get
You
Oh,
didn't
paid.
come to
That's
practice, you
right.
don't perform.
you know what I
That's
thought you were
right.
gonna say? I thought you were gonna say they need to be like Turner and beat her.
He
No,
was
No,
smart,
Oh
right?
She
you
thinks
know
she's
who they
Oh my
said was
beyonce.
the
God.
worst? James Brown was the one
It's
that
Tina
really.
Turner.
Right. Well,
James
Rocky
Brown.
already doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God!
Oh no. Oh
Come
wow.
on now, Sharrell. I'm not the only one that think that. He got
Yeah,
that
he
part
is.
covered.
Wait, hold on. You
And
think
let's
Rocky puts his hands on Latasha?
I most definitely think he puts his hands on
Ooh.
Latasha.
That's
I hope
serious.
he
not.
does.
I mean,
I think.
the way he
I'm sorry
whispered
to
in
say. Mhm.
her ear that day she was speaking,
Yes.
AJ, do
Yeah,
you think
it
the
said
same
it
thing?
all.
yeah, I really do. And another thing as well, Natasha, I don't like her at all. I
Me
Nobody.
just want
either,
to point that out.
AJ.
No, me
She
Me
neither.
is
neither.
just a horrible, horrible, vile person. But if she's being abused by her gay husband, I mean her
Oh,
ex-husband, then she needs to seek help,
AJ.
and she needs
Oh
help.
my
And her
God.
mom is enabling her. The mom is worse too. Like
Hey,
Yep.
they're
I'm just
all
didn't
the
you
saying,
worst.
in
guys
my
Another
ever?
thing I want
opinion,
to
don't
say,
get Sharrell in
she's
trouble.
she's
Hey,
very,
didn't,
very unprofessional. She's very unprofessional. She should have shown up. And another thing is she already left the group anyway.
no, but listen
She
to
I
this.
did.
mean,
If you,
so they call themselves the three. What they
yeah,
call
three,
the
something
three?
The
three.
Yeah,
X3,
yeah.
X3.
That's
Tasha
three.
Tasha is on
Mm-hmm.
a bus
That's
gospel
gonna
tour.
flop very soon because Natasha, let's face it, she was the base of that. If you have like a
No,
band,
but her
if
sister
AJ,
is
no.
turning down.
they
Her
they need
sister,
every they need a new one. They need another instrument. They need a new woman. A new
no, her sister
Yeah.
is turning down. Like if they put somebody else in there, I think it will flop. But if they
Mm-hmm.
stay with just the three originals and her sister
maybe.
is
What
tearing
about
her parts
Let
up,
me
oh my god?
ask
AJ.
you guys
Yeah.
this.
They could
Let me,
call MC Light. They could call MC Light.
AJ,
Stop it,
AJ,
AJ.
bye.
Yeah.
Have a hit song with
let
them.
me ask you this.
Got a hit
Let
song
me
with
ask
them.
you this, AJ. If
Yeah.
Rocky is putting his hands on her,
Mm.
shouldn't we be more lenient with Tasha?
No.
Because she's
No.
stuck up in the cycle of DV.
Well,
It's very, very awful. By the way, the DV is terrible, and I
Yeah.
hope anyone
Yeah.
who's going through that will get help and speak
Yeah.
to somebody
yeah.
or speak to a family member, just to anybody, even like teacher or colleague, anybody. But Natasha, she's just she's entitled and like I don't know what she should do. They she I don't want to say she does not deserve it, but I mean she needs to find her own way. That's what
Right.
she needs to do.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just leave it to her and
And
just find her own
she,
way and just pray for her.
I
We
mean,
can
who
pray
doesn't
for
talk?
her.
Naomi, if
I'll
if
pray for her.
Latasha is a victim of DV, you think they should still kick her out the group?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
they should.
I think they should kick her out because guess what? This the same thing
No,
she
even though
done 30 years
TV,
ago.
it doesn't
Right.
mean
Yeah,
that
I
she
agree.
left for an album, and now
So
she's
Mm-hmm.
that's
coming
all
with
on
a
her.
solo album looking like a white woman.
Oh,
What?
I mean,
what? What did you say, AJ?
What?
A
I
white
mean,
woman?
that picture Sharrell
Yeah,
showed,
with the
of her
makeup
with the
on. Her makeup is
angelic,
super light.
super
Oh,
Yeah.
light,
okay.
and she got that white hair. She looks like,
a lighter. Remember her
AJ doesn't like her with blonde hair at all. At
oh, she looks
all.
like no, I
She's
don't
just
like it. She looks like Daenerys from like Game of Thrones or something.
Oh my gosh,
Oh my
AJ.
God, AJ.
Like the Dragon
Shady.
Queen. She looked
all
like a
right.
Dragon Queen.
What time is it? Let's
Oh
But
my
she needs
God.
Natasha, do you know what? She does need help. And I don't know who's gonna help her. Her mom needs to help her, but she's not gonna help her. I mean the
this is a
sister
serious
Needs
situation.
help from the mom. The mom's not going to help her.
And
Right.
none of the, and have you noticed all the family and stuff? They all don't want to say anything to her. They, as if, I don't know, they're all afraid of her. Something, not afraid of her, but sort of don't want to. They don't communicate. That family don't read. They're not good at communicating,
I
or they
feel
She
don't
needs to
really,
listen
go
to each
to.
other.
She
They're
needs
not
to
good
go
at
to
listening.
Tamar's therapist.
I feel
Tamar's
really bad
therapist,
for her.
Iyanla, tried. Nobody
I
can
feel
help
really
her.
bad for her. Can you imagine being on television and your husband's side piece that has his
Yeah,
alleged baby comes forward? How
Yep.
humiliating that is. But what
and
I'm
Very
she
saying is
humiliating.
she's handling it wrong. She has to address it. You can't keep
and she's
ignoring Unique. You
and
just
she's
can't.
not even a bad B. Do you know what I mean? That, like if you'd have been
She's
like an Instagram model stuff like that, it must
she
be
not
depressing
bad,
for her.
AJ.
She's like a Walmart woman, like a normal girl. So he's not like so he's not upgraded much from Latasha. There's
You
not an
have to
upgrade.
understand
So
that
she must be like, what the hell?
Latasha's
What have I
self-esteem is
done
low.
wrong?
It's very low.
Yeah.
Yeah, her
Yeah,
self-esteem is very low.
it
Even if the
is.
girl was beautiful or
Yeah,
ugly, she still would have
she's a
low
good woman.
self-esteem.
And I don't know
Um,
who's
Yeah.
doing the most damage, her mother or Rocky.
right.
Her
And
mom,
and that part of it is sad, but just because she is in a bad relationship,
and
that
I
does
think
not
the mom.
excuse her behavior towards her group and
Exactly.
or her
It
sister.
doesn't.
It does not
Because she been
excuse that behavior.
it don't, because
Exactly.
she been doing that behavior 30 years ago.
Yes, I agree with that. That does not excuse it.
It's a
And
whole
that's
And
how
different.
Candy was able to recognize it.
and then as far as Rocky and his lie and the money switch, I thought they didn't take the money. So, but this is the excuse now.
Right.
They never
Right.
saw the money, but now the check accidentally had her name on it, and that's why they cashed it. Come on
And
Yeah.
now.
that's
Yeah,
why
they
they
need
took
it.
Right.
it
He's not worked since the 90s.
because she hasn't taken them to court yet. If they
You know
took,
what I mean? He's just
if she took her to court, they would be able to track and see whose bank account it was and get the names and all the rest of it. But so because they know that they're not going to take them to court, they can keep spinning all these narratives, and then they know
Right,
that
Right.
exactly.
they know
They
that
and
know
if
now.
she
she's not
leaves
going to
him,
do it because
who's
she
gonna
loves her
take the
mother.
house?
And
And
then
Yeah,
he's
and
sitting
who's
up
gonna
there trying to make out he Olivia Pope. You know that I make things disappear, Tasha. I'm like, are you serious? I can clean
Oh,
everything up, Tasha. Girl, you don't know.
I
I
don't
could have
think she
cleaned your
believes
case
him.
up with Cardi B. I say, you know what? This Joker is
How
something
he gonna
else.
do that if
yeah,
Do you know
got his
what, Sharrell? I think she
on the
might be
internet? How is
trapped.
he out there?
What you
She
think?
might be
Who's
trapped.
trapped? Who's
I
trapped?
think that Latasha is trapped, maybe, because I'm thinking if she were to leave him, he's going to take half her money and that house and everything else,
Oh,
and
that's
that's not
right.
a lot of money. And
Oh,
they build a lot of. They probably it's so complicated, probably financially and all that, and it could
Wow.
be, and she probably thinking, oh, will some
Well, I
women
mean,
just stay
that should
because it's
stop
just
her because
convenient? Why would?
if she thinks she's good enough to stop Escape from being Escape and she could go and do her one woman show, she should be able to start right over and start,
exactly.
Right,
Who's
right.
gonna
And
hmm,
watch that one
she's
woman
just that
show?
bad, but
Nobody.
I believe
hello,
AJ is right. Nothing
hello.
is probably in Latasha's name. Nothing. Everything
No,
is
there's
probably
probably
in Rocky's name.
yeah,
Or
he's
her mother,
probably done that. Yep. She don't know anything. She's
like
acting
Candace and
like
Dorothy.
dumb. What money? What money? Like the money you stole?
Right.
What do you
And
mean
even
what
when that
money?
contract came,
Yeah.
AJ, if you realize he had it first. She didn't have her
Yeah.
own contract first.
No,
what?
she didn't. Uh-huh. And he could have put anything on it.
He could have put anything on it and then tell her where
Hmm.
to sign it. You
And
know?
the rest of it in somewhere in Cayman Islands with his lover and
Yeah.
6 other lovers. And God knows how many other children
How
he
many
has. Like they're all
babies?
gonna
That's
come out
right.
now.
They
We've
sure
already
is.
got like
All
the
it take is
Walmart lady
one.
coming out.
Hold on,
Hmm.
AJ. You think the only reason you feel that Rocky's gay because he lives in Atlanta?
Yes. But
Messy,
So,
that's what I
messy,
think.
messy.
It might be a stereotype, but a lot of these men, and also he's got a very shiny
but
forehead.
let
He
me
is
finish.
a
Let me finish.
stereotype.
He
It
got
is a
shiny what? He
stereotype.
got shiny what?
He's got a very shiny forehead.
Oh,
And he's very like,
a shiny
eyebrows
What
forehead.
does that
Oh
and,
my
mean?
God. I don't
Oh
even
and
my
want to think about
God!
why
eyebrows.
his forehead is
Check out,
shiny.
look at his eyebrows.
Oh
His
my
eyebrows
God.
as well are
Hold
very
on, hold on,
suspect, his
AJ.
eyebrows.
But if he lived in New York, you wouldn't think he was gay, right?
Oh no, from New York to Atlanta. Wow. I mean, really?
AJ.
I know it's cheaper and all that, but come on, like it's the gay mecca, isn't it? That's what
Oh my God.
word on the
I
street.
gotta wrap
I don't.
AJ.
up.
That's
I
what
gotta
everyone
wrap.
says,
I
and
gotta go on Perry's show. You are
Okay.
quiet. Okay, you are funny. That is so ridiculous that it's
AJ
I
throw the
really think
settle
so.
hard shade. He don't
I think
play.
so.
he's
He's gonna,
gay
because I'm
'cause-
thinking like he's gonna murder. I don't know,
but now
but
you're
he's
saying you think he's gay because if he lives anywhere between Atlanta and New York.
yes, because
Sherelle,
that is the game maker. It's
Oh my
Sherelle,
easy to
lord.
get to
Yes,
all the
yes, who called
clubs
my
and.
name?
Sheila,
Hmm.
Oh,
I,
go ahead.
I, I want to say thank you for doing that story you did last night.
Oh
Oh,
yes.
oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Thank
yeah,
you for
yeah,
doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a hard one, wasn't it?
Yes, it was
yeah,
hard.
Very hard.
And you know
yes.
that tape is like an hour and a half, actually.
Yeah,
Mm.
I
It
actually heard
is.
It's sad.
I couldn't play the whole
Wow.
thing, but I
I
whittled it
know.
down.
But
Did you
thank you for doing that.
that was
You
Hey
did you
Sherelle,
you did
yeah,
it justice.
thank
you
you.
know what you should do? You
Huh.
should have one of them little, I don't want to say retreat, but one of these little meet and greets for, some of your
Oh, you sound
fans and
like
stuff.
Perry. You mean a meet and greet?
Yeah,
Yes.
or
Ooh.
some type of nice little party we all could get together and throw or something,
You
Can
everybody
you
sound
put
like
imagine
in.
the
Perry.
fun?
He's like, we already live in Vegas. Just go get a hotel,
And I would love a Vegas trip.
Me
I'm
too.
not
I've
going,
never been.
I
Yeah,
love
I've
Vegas.
never been. I would definitely be down.
Vegas.
All right, you guys, I got to go on
Yeah.
Perry's show. You guys
Vegas.
come in on it right after this. So
Okay,
thank
great
you
show,
guys.
Sherelle.
Oh,
Thank
great
you.
Yeah,
show.
always
Thank
a
So
you.
nice show, Sherelle.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
love you
AJ,
guys.
Oh,
AJ's off the hook. So strong.
You
He
guys
is.
all have a good
AJ might
evening.
have a
You
tick.
too, Miss Sheila.
I
Thank
might have a
you.
tick.
Bye
And
bye,
thanks for
guys.
having us on your
Probably.
Bye.
platform, Cheryl.
Thank you guys for calling in. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Take
All
care.
Bye,
right. See
guys.
You have a
y'all.
great night, Sherelle.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
guys. So funny.
Bye.
Bye bye. Oh my God, that was so funny, AJ. All right, you guys, if I didn't get to your call backstage, I do apologize. I got to head over to Perry's channel. Please don't forget to click that like button on your way out. Want to thank everyone for all the super chats I got today. Got so many super chats. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys, and we'll be on Perry's show probably in an hour. All right, you guys. Until next time, bye for now.